Corey Palmer, the Alabama-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the seventh. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game. So the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty B, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the seventh inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut scares you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
Jackie Bradley Jr. is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole, 0-2.
Boy, he's been
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. One left. Now at the plate, Carlos Santana. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
No balls and 1 strike. Back up the middle. Castro's got it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department.
The batter number
stepping
22,
in, Jason Kipnis, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Strike one to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
As a hitter, you see a pitcher working east-west. This is where you got to tell yourself to stay tall. You can't cover both sides of the plate. You got to pick one and trust it.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Ready now, Jordan Luplow. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for something happen if they're going.
And that is through into right field for a single.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Into the box, Roberto Perez, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
Oh, I love this, boys. Mano-y-mano. He's coming to get him with back-to-back big-time heaters.
Count remains at 0-2. Luplow, the runner at first with 2 gone. Him up. Back into foul territory behind first, and no one will track it down. The 0-2 once more. On the ground to the left side. Moncada has it. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. Indians leave one. They're on the short end of a 4. So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Tyler Naquin. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. Hey. 1-2 now. It just catches the outer half. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the 9th.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
In now, Bradley Zimmer. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted down the line in left. But this will land untouched. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Digging in and looking for more, Jose Ramirez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the game.
And he'll make the catch here to end it, and the White Sox have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Chicago led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Corey Palmer pitches his way to a league-leading 12th win of the year as he struck out 13 in this one. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
This afternoon. First for the victorious White Sox.
A manager checks in with his ball club.
We are in downtown. Matt Shoemaker will be on the bump for game 2 of the series.
Play ball. Defense. 3. He's out.
Digging in now, Jonathan Davis. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Jays.
First pitch of the
center
at-bat.
fielder,
Now a
#1.
fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday off on the right foot. If they could put together 2 games in a row, a lot of positive vibes start happening. You never know. This could be a jump start to big things.
Drilled to the right side, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
You can't teach that, Matty. The ability for a right-handed hitter to shoot a ball through the 3-4 hole, unmatched.
Batting second.
Into the box now,
second
Devin
baseman.
Travis.
Devin.
And a good spot for that pitch as it's
Travis.
chopped foul. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Brandon Drury in this one. He's really swung the bat well
Batting
against
third.
left-handed pitchers so
The
far
first
this season.
baseman.
He's hitting over
Ricky
300 against
Harris.
southpaws, and he's facing another one of those today. I'm sure he's excited to hit in this one.
And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2. Here's Randall Grichuk.
Batting fourth. The right fielder. Randall.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Grichuk.
And they start him out away with a cold strike. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Dino, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Here's Justin Smoke now. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line.
The designated hitter.
First pitch
Justin
coming. Here it is.
Smoke.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And, guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
One out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. One nothing good guys as we play inning number 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We'll go.
Leading up for
Here's
Toronto,
the first pitch to him.
the shortstop, Lourdes.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Man, I know exactly what this guy's feeling at the plate. Here we go again. Every time you're struggling, you look up, and it says 0-2.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Up next is Danny Jansen, and he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks as the numbers there tell you the whole story. No balls and a strike to count.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
Soft liner to the right side, and this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. Stepping in for the Jays, Jonathan Davis. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Castro has it. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. When we return, we'll see Colby Rasmus start things out. 3 and to bat for Toronto, Devin Travis looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
To the right side, but an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Digging in, Richie Parrish.
First baseman, Richie.
Here comes the first pitch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
Parrish, 30 years of age. This is his first year at the big league level. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and the big right-handed bat of Randall Grichuk saunters into the batter's box next. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We played 4 full, and the White Sox are out in front. Coming forward now, the Toronto designated hitter, Justin Smoke. He'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Got him. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And into bat next, it'll be Brendan Drury. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it. Ground hard down the first baseline. But this will get foul for strike 2. Rip. First base line. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're one.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail. Into the box, number 13 will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Standing in now, Danny Jansen. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. It's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Down the first baseline. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Jonathan Davis. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. but it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order, still down 3-0. Stepping up now, Devin Travis hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes. How about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department.
Now batting, first baseman.
Now at the plate, Richie Harris. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in the inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
Hit down the third base line, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Into the box, Rendell Grichuk.
As he rips it on the ground to second. Gloved by Castro. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout. Striding forward now is the DH, Justin Smoak. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Justin.
Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Anderson over to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department.
Third baseman, Brandon.
Popped up. Bell has room in foul territory. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Into the box now, Teoscar Hernandez. No hits to this point.
The left fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Hernandez.
Fouled off. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They need to get something cooked. Digging in, number 13, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Looking to send him packing again. And another foul ball. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out.
Getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
In
The
now,
batter,
Danny Jansen.
Number 9.
As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ball 1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller. The 1-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Again, a 1-2. This is popped up. Bell has a play, but it's the pitcher that makes the play, and that's the second out of the inning. So coming to the plate, Jonathan Davis. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Final strike for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Oh, man. So close, but yet so far. Can you imagine giving up 1 hit, pitching such good baseball for 9 innings, but 1 base hit kept him from baseball history?
A 7-0 shutout final today. The Chicago White Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Corey Palmer picks up his league-leading 13th win as he allows only 1 hit in 9 full innings. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt. Jose Quintana gets the call for game 1 of the series.
4-4. Take your base.
At the plate, Ronaldo Rodriguez. He
Lead
begins
off
this
for
one
the
with the
Cubs.
4th best batting
The left
average in the
fielder.
National League.
Guy continues to swing a hot bat. Hit over 300 last month. We'll see if he can keep scorching here in this one.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Rasmus is under this one. 1 pitch, 1 away. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Dero, give us
Like to run very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
Pitch popped up, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Palmer, a left-hander who goes an even 6 feet. He's got plenty of contract security. This is the first year of a new 5-year deal.
And I can't tell you what that means for a ball player. To be able to know you're going to make your home for many years to come in one community. You can invest in a team, invest in the community, and really, really play. This is an unbelievable opportunity.
Austin in foul ground, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Here's Chris Bryant now, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Infield in the overshift here now. The pitch. Ball 1. One and one the count now. Slow roller left side. Moncada gloves it. Throw on to Austin, takes care of him, and the inning is over. Here's Javier Baez. He'll start us out here in the home half of the 2nd. Now here it comes.
Javier.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Baez is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. Feet, not only defensively at the shortstop position, but also putting the defense on their heels. When he gets on base, look for him to take off. And he's got a strong arm as well from shortstop.
And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of it.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 302 is the average coming in. 8 home runs and 37 RBIs. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Struck him out. So he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is
especially.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Corey Palmer. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Corey Palmer.
First offering on its way. This ball will be chopped foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Into the bleachers and gone. And good for him. Corey Palmer has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Play ball. Heat save. 3.
Standing in, David Bodie, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The second baseman, David.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Straight up.
There's a swing and a high pop up. Moncada is right there, and he puts it away for the first down. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead.
Quintana.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. And that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies.
Hey, eat it. Got it right there.
Hey, I'm not surprised right here this pitcher mixed in a knock. Playing in the National League, he gets way more opportunity to work on his craft from the offensive side of the ball. NL pitchers definitely have an advantage in these interleague games.
Now batting DJ
ninth.
Stewart.
The right fielder, number 24.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Quintana stands at first with one out. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And the runner back in standing. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Now batting.
Stepping in now,
The left fielder.
Ronaldo Rodriguez.
Ronaldo.
As he'll chase one up around the letters
Rodriguez.
here for strike 1. For the current campaign, Rodriguez is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obvious spread every time he grabs a bat. And he's back standing. 2 out with the man at first.
One.
On the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.